Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube, Twitch, and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, however, we do have open slots available. We have 2 open slots in this campaign. We have 1 open slot in the two open slots in the Tuesday early campaign, and we have 1 open slot in the epic level Friday night campaign. If you're interested in any of them, be sure to reach out to me and let me know. Be more than happy to have you join in on some of the action and fun. Now, without further ado, Damson, give us that recap.
So last time, we started venturing in towards the woods, towards the suspected sites of these, quote, vampires, unquote, fully convinced that it's just a bunch of people cosplaying. We ended up making our way towards the lumber mill, where it seems that it's been a while since someone's used it. Flittish, or we first investigated the storehouse, thinking, oh, well, if someone's going to be here, it's going to be in this, storehouse area. It's the biggest building. It's plenty of places to hide. We help Flittish onto the roof, who turns into a cat and shuffles down the chimney, getting stuck along the way, before turning into a mouse, dropping down and turning back into a cat. Covered in soot, she explored around, leaving cat paw prints absolutely everywhere, before finding a hidden window which she opened for us. We crawled in through the window, looking around to see, okay, is there a hidden area here? And we could not find any. So okay, must not be this building. So we went towards the one of the main buildings, where carved into the table was this is the property of the vampires. Anyone who stays here at night will face their doom, blah blah. And we're okay. I believe it was either Sylph or Flittish who then jumped on the bed that was in the corner and ended up just going straight through, as it was just a sheet on top. There wasn't actually any bedding there, allowing us to find this little hidden area full of coffins. Many were normal size, and then there was one that was much smaller. And as we were attempting to move them to stack them, they started to shake it awake. The tall ones opening first, revealing, quote, vampires, end quote. To which they did definitely try to bite us. And then the small one opened, revealing Vlad the Inhaler, a very short and chubby vampire. Combat ensued, with many of us getting nibbled on by the quote-unquote vampires, while Selfish was the only one bitten by one that actually had been bitten by Vlad the Inhaler. Sophis ended up, we think has vampirism. We are unsure. The only way for them to be turned is, I believe, it was either 24 or 48 hours. They'd have to kill someone, which they have not done yet, so they should be fine. We were able to destroy the vampire and its spirit as we rounded up those who were not dispatched to the afterlife, and we made them tell us what was going on here, of why they were taking people. Found out that there's another person who's in cahoots that is at a drop-off location, there to give us this location, and return were, if I remember correctly, saying that because they are now an informant, their, quote, punishment will be much lessened, because they decided to turncoat and help us get the people back rather than stick to their dumb vampire ways.
So, now you guys have one prisoner. One vampire vampire cultist who is still alive and working with you all. You filter through their respective coffins and their sitting area that's hidden. Why are you not responding? Roll 20. Their sitting area that's hidden away. I need an a perception check from whoever wants to make sure you get all of the details out of here.
Is it perception?
Yep.
Not me.
I could make one of the checks.
Yeah, he's given us everything he's got.
Sophis, the way things usually work when it comes to this, we allow 2 individuals to roll at most, because if all 4 of you roll, you're never going to fail anything ever. And we try to be verbal about it.
Oh,
so
sorry.
the people
Alright,
that
never
speak
mind
up
then.
are the ones that do it, not the people that click the fastest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's all right. Damson rolled 22. So, Damson, in this waiting area over on the side, you do find that they have a lot, and I mean a lot, of additional book bags, a few journals that are kept, some rations. Many of the things seem strangely out of place in this territory.
Well, this is strange. A lot of these bags are not from here, I think.
Well,
Come take
if
a
they
look,
were-
please.
If they were kidnapping people from the village or travelers, then that might explain.
I thought they were just taking the villagers, not the travelers.
Then wasn't it that a group of people arrived earlier that also disappeared?
They did. I'm gonna look to our prisoner. Did you guys take like a group of like 5 people that showed up, or people that showed like 5 days ago, and were traveling this way?
We did pick up several individuals who came through here. None of those things are theirs, though. Those things are with the other group.
Which other group?
Remember, I told you about there was an individual that Vlad communicated with directly?
So they keep their stuff here?
No, these are our belongings. Some of the people in our group are not native to Noron.
I
When you
see.
say native to Niron, are you talking like the entirety of the land of Niron and beyond Niron?
No, I'm talking about Neron, just the one territory.
Okay, so
They were native to other territories. As a reminder, this cult is not super vampire-y, but because they were told to work alongside Vlad, they had to roleplay as vampires, even though none of them are vampires at all. As a reminder. It was a whole thing you guys got into with him 2 weeks ago.
No, I remember. The smallest one is the actual vampire, right? The rest were coerced or illusioned into believing they were vampires, quote unquote.
One was a spawn.
One was a spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Then looking around, it's like, well, what would you like to do? Just pointing to the captive.
I would like to go free.
He needs to help us ruin the plot with the mayor of the town.
To throw the plot over the mayor of the town? Sophus, are you planning something but without us?
Hmm? What do you mean?
Well, why are we plotting against the mayor?
I thought the mayor was involved, like he said.
No, nobody ever said the mayor was involved. He said the mayor was avoided and they were told to not be where he was at, but that was it.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Misspoke.
Yeah, I was like, aren't we on good terms with, like, quote unquote, the mayor of the village that we're kind of helping? And it's like, okay.
Well,
To
we do
go
need to
free.
find the person they were working with that they were sending the people to. The meeting spot.
Oh, right. Do you know anything about that?
No,
Looking towards the prisoner.
the individual who knew is, he points at Vlad yet again. He always scheduled where we would meet up, and he handled all of the details. He was the only person connected to them because that was the only person they trusted.
So you're saying no one else in town knew about this plot?
I don't believe so. We all are our own faction and group. I'm sorry I cannot be more helpful with things like that. You understand, there has to be a pecking order of information, or else there can be leaks and moles, and we try to be very careful. I mean, you guys left a henchman alive, and you're wondering why he doesn't know all of the bosses' everything.
Well, he has to he has to make up for what he's done.
Pecking order. Like, it's just...
Pecking order.
Pecking order.
I know where you got that from.
Yeah, the agreement was that he would help us, or we were just going to turn him into to be arrested.
Well, we found a siren with their bags. Did your short lord
Vlad
all
was
his
his name.
did he keep all of his stuff in his coffin, or did he have a little separate office?
I believe he kept some things in his coffin, but to be honest, he did not seem to have many things in general, just the things that he wore. He was always going on and on about his castle.
Right. Well, let's start by actually pauses. Would this count as grave robbing?
That depends on how old it is. I believe the stipulation for grave robbing is 80 years. Anything older than 80 years, and it is considered archaeology. Fair fact. Enough. Fun fact I learned from an archaeologist. Anything older than 80 years is not grave robbing. It's archaeology.
I will make sure to use that excuse that if I ever get in that situation, like, no, it's archaeology. But yes, let's take a look in his coffin, because other than that, well, I'm sure we could at least get his scent off there. We could try to track down where he last went.
So you go over and look inside of his coffin, I guess?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a new perception check. 10. Would one other person like to speak up and do it as well?
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll give her a go. 14.
Okay. Inside, you do find that there's a little cubby in like the nice silks on the sides. That's kind of like sewn into it, that you have to like really like sit in the coffin like you're in a coffin to notice. And when you open it up, you pull out a beautiful, beautiful looking silver and platinumed necklace. I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh. 17.
As you pick it up, Sylph, you lean back into the coffin like you are a vampire yourself, as you allow the flood of memories to begin to take place. As you are sitting there, you go all the way back to the first incarnation, back to your island, your castle in the sky that you would sail around. Go back to your time with your dragon. You see this marvelous, beautiful ballroom before you that you would hang out in. You were knights serving your dragon as people would come up and start to hand over some offerings of peace, of negotiation, of belonging to this location. As they do all of that, you notice this necklace in particular being gifted to your dragon. And then the vision ends.
I think at this point they're just standing up straight, pointed-eyed, like pupils pinpoint. I think I know what this necklace is from, kind of.
You do?
When I touched it, I had like a flash of, I don't know, it felt like memories of the past.
Oh. Like some of the amnesia wearing off?
In truth, I do not know. It could be that, or it could be something I've touched from the past. I remember seeing floating. Then they stop and look at the prisoner for a moment. It's like, what are we gonna do with this one before I continue? Because
Are you talking about a floating object?
Yes.
Well, if I may make a suggestion for my life, Ronald over there, he points at one of the people who's like dead, like very dead, thanks to not Sophus. Sophus, you were non-lethaling people, right?
Not the vampire.
No, not the vampire itself, but the not vampires.
I didn't
Who?
know they weren't. I didn't know they weren't not vampires, so I wasn't.
Yeah,
on
no,
this
he
team.
was the only person who was doing lethal.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
so one of the ones that met Sophus's giant slab across their fucking head, that's who they're pointing at. That guy over there, he was an import over to Neuron. He had some information pertaining to something about an ember, some type of floating cities that they discovered crashed. They called it the Skyfall.
The Skyfall?
Oui.
Okay. I'm looking at you, and I truthfully believe that you're not just spinning a tale because this sounds a bit too crazy. To save your own life, that is. So I believe you. We will keep you for a little bit, of course, just so your health back up, and you know how it is.
The song takes up residence in my brain. And the sky fall. I can I can be useful. I can carry bags for you.
You said you received orders to come here and everything. Where were you originally
No,
from?
I did not receive those. Ronald, the guy whose head is in two parts,
Uh-huh.
he received orders to come here. Apparently, they were looking for some type of object, something that they thought would be here, but then it was not here.
What kind of object?
That he always kept to himself, saying it came from above. Some of the imports, they were standoffish, asshole-ish guys.
Okay, well,
And where are you from?
Wait. I am from, Sorry, let me look at the Neuron map. I am from a small village over in the Duchy of Obervon.
And how were you inducted or brought into the cult?
Well, we are a religious organization. We have more than 40 members, which constitutes as being a religious organization and not a cult. So that is important. 40 members in a cult constitutes a religious organization.
They're writing that down. They're writing that down. So it's like, you know what? This guy is actually giving us some good information.
I love playing a pretentious French actually. Everybody hates that person. But I joined because I saw the calling of this plague and realized it was a blessing in disguise. It is going around as a divine verdict from those of us that have been oppressed by all of the horrendous evil doers of the world, the sinners, and all of us that are not sinners, we are immune.
That's great.
Oh, they're trying so hard not to say the truth. They're just covering their mouth and turning their back.
And who brought you into the religious organization?
Who did? That would be Brother Marlborough.
Brother Marlborough?
Yes.
Where's Brother Marlborough?
I believe he was on a much more necessary mission to go to Vermont. He was the one who influenced me and, well, showed me the way. And then after I joined, I just started following orders from other individuals. And I was passed around from place to place until they found my true calling, which was pretending to be a vampire, which is why I am here.
And which is the nearest meeting place you would meet for your religious organization?
We do not have specific meeting places like that. The city of Melbourne is highly influenced by all of us. Realm wards, if we were in dire circumstances and needed to regroup, we will go there. But all of us knows that we die where we are positioned if we need to, because that is the God's calling.
Sophus would turn to everyone like, we could go to Melbourne if the cult is or religious organization is highly active or influential there. Perhaps that's where they took it, the people.
Go on.
Maybe. The only other idea I have is if when you recently took the flower girl the other day, did you immediately take her to another site, or was she still here for a while?
We brought her here. We had to keep all of them captured for about 6 hours, and an hour before dawn is when the other group picked them up and then left. I do not know when our next meeting would be taking place, though. All of that information is in Vlad's head.
And how long ago was that from this?
That was 2 days ago.
It's possible they could return for another group of people.
Possibly, but the person who knew where to do all of this is Vlad. I do not know where they would go, where they would be. I cannot tell what's in need of this.
They would come here to pick them up.
No. They would organize first, create plans, have precaution measures, and then they would have a pickup day.
Did your group have any other meetings or areas in this, near this area, or this was the only place?
I feel like you guys have asked this, like, roundabout question 6 different times. This is the only place we are. We are told to do our job. We do not have more information. We did not meet anywhere else. We did not go anywhere else. We were here.
And so, go ahead.
No, finish your thought.
And if you needed to get in contact with someone from your religious organization, you said...
You've asked this 3 times.
Yeah, keep going.
Well, they said there was the city of Relmord.
Yeah.
Did they tell you how?
No. They said if we went there, they would know her. It would be through God's verdict, and Brother Marlborough would probably be able to tell. He is chosen by God.
Fair enough.
Which god, may I ask?
The one true God. God.
Yeah, but what's their name?
Their name is God. They are the God.
God's a title, my dear.
No. It is a title for insignificant gods that believe themselves to be real. The one true God is the God. That is their name. Everyone else is a mockery of them. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Does this vampire disease affect your emotions in any way?
Not until you become a vampire.
Okay. I was wondering if it would give me uncontrollable rage.
No, you have that as a class feature.
I want to chop his head off.
I mean,
Fucking have at it. Like, if the party is
It'll
done.
turn you into vampire.
Yeah, if the party's done asking him the same 3 questions.
Nah, that wouldn't be in character.
I'm gonna look to Flittish. If she was last here 2 days ago, do you think you'd still be able to track them?
Potentially. I can go wolf and sniff around.
Because it seems like that will be the closest lead we have, other than the assumption that they took them to, you said Relmord, correct?
I never said they took anybody to Realmord. That is one of our base operations.
It's, yeah, Relmord and Mobrin.
Yes. That is the my assumption of either they took them to one of those two, or they're somewhere further in the Caledon Forest. Which, wonderful Flittish here, should be able to narrow it down for us.
I am going to be reasonable here with all of you. I am interested in staying alive if I can and earning my purpose. May I make a suggestion?
You may.
go on.
Wait, thank you. Maybe there's more information in all of the information that you gathered from the bags and such. From all of the other people. I've never been through their bags, so I do not know what is in there.
Fair enough.
Right.
You're proving yourself useful.
Yeah. Sorry.
Good
We'd
lad.
normally have someone who goes through people's stuff. They're not with us at the moment. Right, we need to assign someone to rifle through barracks. Sophus, go through their bags.
Sophus
Okay.
has been assigned the bag duty.
All right. She doesn't like grave robbing, but she'll look in their bags.
Well, they're not in a grave.
No, this is looting. They're recently killed. So if somebody has died in less than 3 weeks and they have not been properly buried, is that considered looting? Not grave robbing yet. Grave robbing happens after the 3-week mark. Once they are already buried, also constitutes as that, and then lasts for 80 years.
So you're
Okay.
so you're not grave robbing so long as they're not buried within 3 weeks, or if it's after 80 years. Good to know.
Oui, yes.
All right.
Wait, what happens if you bring someone back from the dead? Does that mean they're no longer considered in a grave?
Necromancy is its own abomination. I do not understand the systems of it. But as
Well-
best as I would consider it, is undead is not the same as dead.
Yeah, because loophole is the 3 weeks, remember?
I do
If
not...
they aren't back within 3 weeks.
Yes. I do not like loopholes. I would rather use no hole than a loophole.
Boy.
You need me to roll again?
I would like you to roll an investigation looking through their notes and stuff.
Oh, that's gonna be bad. All right.
In this group of 4, it's not good no matter who you are. Actually, Damson's a little smart.
I don't have a proficiency in it.
That's the wrong
That's
word.
nature.
Oh, sorry.
Nature check.
Yes, these are books.
Is it leather or fake leather?
Hey, good investigation roll.
Surprise.
Oh yeah, with a -1, yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting specifically the shit that you have from their notes.
Is Grandma's famous cookie recipe in there?
So,
Why would you want a cookie recipe?
there is an outline system for selection ledger. This is supposed to be how they selected what townsfolk were going to be gathered and how they would be taken. The system is you take them, you observe what happens to those around them, and if you identify somebody is still able to be taken without identifying that somebody else was taken, you take that person as well. It was a 2-spring system where they didn't double dip into the pool of relationships unless it was advantageous for them. You also find the Black Hand Doctrine sheets. This cult, as you identify them, is self-made. It cherry picks different beliefs from a handful of other religions and slap on the titlement of God as the absolution to it. Realistically, what they are doing is worshipping very hyper-specific portions of various different religions and slapping on their own identifier for it as the one true God. The pages are stitched from half-truths and stolen prayers. It seems like whoever was working on this was working on making an actual religious tome for this god figure in order to weaponize the faith. Now, after all of that, you find a palm-sized shard of blackened, impossibly light metal with old sigils along one of the edges. You don't know what this metal is, where it came from, how it's so light, but when you discover it, it feels important somehow. It was in that Ronald, I think his name was? Yeah. Ronnie. It was in Ronnie's bag.
So when I grab it, do I feel anything?
It feels way too light to be metal, but it is metal.
Okay. So she'll share what she found with everyone, and then she'll be looking at this metal and say, I don't suppose anyone can identify what this is. Have you seen this before? And she'll turn to the prisoner.
Was that in a piece of cloth?
It was in Ronnie's bag.
Wrapped in a piece of cloth. Sorry,
Yeah,
I forgot to
wrapped
mention
in.
that part. I apologize.
Mhm.
There was a couple of times where he had taken it out and looked at it closely, and but he never shared that with anyone. Ronnie was a bit of a standoffish guy.
And is this the core of your religious organization's beliefs? And she'll look at the Black Hand Doctrine.
That was a side project from one of us in order to create our own, we were going to call it a religious tome. The true word of the one true God.
This is a pretty, and she'll say, this is a pretty in-depth system for kidnapping people.
Well, yes, of course, we are a religious organization.
What is the holy symbol of this one true God?
It is a blackened hand with an eye in the center of the palm.
Yes, we could do a religious check to see if it means anything. Or is it completely made up?
You may roll.
Okay. I have no idea.
Yeah, you've never seen this religious symbol anywhere.
Can I take a look at that piece of metal, Sophus?
Yeah, she'll hand it. It's like, careful, it's very light for some reason.
Damson, when you touch it, a warmth moves through your palm. Not heat, not exactly, but recognition. For the briefest instant, you smell pine resin and smoke.
He like blinked for a minute. That's weird.
What is?
For some reason, when Sophus handed this to me, I smelled pine resin and smoke. Like this warmth moved through my hand.
And I check to see if she's having a stroke.
Medicine check.
Okay.
It is a magical item, it seems.
20.
No. She seems perfectly healthy. However, Sylph, as you get close enough to check Damson to make sure she's okay, you look down at the object. Something in your chest tightens. It's not exactly pain, it's memory without image. It's falling, it's a promise. It's an oath held too late. I need you to go ahead and roll me a history check.
Oh. Okay. A 14.
Nice. This little metal That looks like one of the plates of your ancient armor from the Age of Myth during the Great Kingdom. This metal hasn't existed ever since the Age of Myth, when all of it was gathered up and, well, smelted down to make weapons to kill very powerful entities that needed to die. This is adamantium.
They are puzzled. Where did you get that?
It was in the bag over there.
Ron's bag. Remember, I'm the one who told you to look there?
Ron's bag. Okay. Where is this Ron? Where's his body?
Points at the person whose head is split inwards and two sides.
I don't think mending's going to mend that.
No, that's not how mending works.
Cure wounds might.
It's...
It is a wound.
You can't cure that wound. That's called death.
No, you can
Revivify. Oh, it's been longer than a minute.
Yeah, far longer.
If only we had someone who could speak to the dead.
If only. Morning, Fett.
Huh?
Oh, Fett's in the chat.
Oh.
Flittish used to play with him in the Friday game.
Ah, okay.
Way back in the day.
So, I know what that metal is.
You do?
Yes, it's from, well, you would call it the Age of Myth. But my instincts deep down is telling me that I know far more about it. The word adamantium comes to mind.
So, I gave you the wrong word when I was reading. I
Oh,
apologize.
sorry,
It's
sorry.
adamant resolve. It is a
resolve. Ooh,
magical
okay.
infusion into adamantium mixed with mithril that makes it take on this dark blackened color. It is thinner than any other metal. It is more tough than any other metal. And it cannot be destroyed through any means that you can think of.
But it can be smelted down.
Correct. I mean, can't be destroyed in, like, combat.
Oh, okay.
It's a good name.
Okay, just correcting my notes.
Yeah, sorry about
All good. Adamant resolve. It's a unique piece of metal, vertically and understandably. You can't break it. You need a unique temperature to smelt the stuff, but that's with magic, and you know how magic is. But by that standard, that stuff doesn't break, so see, I don't know anyone who can speak to the dead. And I think it would be uncouth to just carry his body around for more information. Looking over to our newest NPC member.
Hello?
Oh, right, here you go. Offer them a health potion and some wine
Oh,
from
thank you.
the bag.
I really appreciate that. They start drinking the wine.
Priorities!
Ah.
I wonder if you could mix health potion and wine, like, what happens?
How dare
Anyway.
you defile wine in such a way?
I mean, the gods do it all the time, don't they?
No, they infuse wine. Bless it.
Sorry, that was just a low-hanging grapevine there. May I take a hold of it to see if it does anything?
Sure. Here you go. Afterwards, I was planning to either use the little magnifying glass that Mr. Amazing made for us to identify it, or I have the spell, Legend Lore.
What does Legend Lore do?
Well, it is something that I kind of just popped in my head. If I describe a person, place, or object, the spell brings to my mind a brief summary of the significant lore about it. The more details that I know about it, the deeper or more unknown lore I learn.
Okay, I see. That may be useful in a more safer environment than this graveyard.
It does take about 10
No
minutes to cast.
offense. So, what should we call you by?
My name is Gookie.
Grooky.
Gookie, yep. I have forsaken my old original name in order to take on this new, more holy name for our one true God.
I just kind of look to Sylph and
Okay.
Renee. I think his new name is punishment enough.
Mm.
I'm gonna call you Grook, if that's okay.
I will not be apologizing for. I will not be offended.
Okay. I understand coming upon new names, so I'm not going to fault you upon it. And for some reason, I want to just say a Grook or ask Grook every now and then. So you'll be very useful to me for like information, as you seem very smart and wise of this area, for what you do know. So thank you.
Oui, of course, I am very useful. Please do not kill me.
I have no reason to.
How many people did you kidnap in total?
Is this an important question for me to answer?
Yes, it depends on your life.
Less than 10?
Okay. Well, once you saved 10 lives, then you will be set free.
That's a pretty fair offering.
Well, can we lower the number down to the actual number of lives, people I've kidnapped?
No.
You said less than 10.
Yeah, the answer was 9.
We're gonna make it 10.
Okay. Does my assistance with all of you count as potentially saving lives?
If we're on the
Possibly.
brink of death and you prevent us from dying.
Yes, or if your assistance leads to us rescuing the people that were captured, then yes.
Oh, that is impossible. I gave you all the information, and our system is designed in a way that makes it impossible.
I
We
just
have
put a
no
hand.
vers-
I just put a hand on my
And-
shoulder. That's why you're coming with us.
Okay. I literally think there's no way for us to find this information unless, one of your false gods decides to tell you.
Well, it'll be an adventure, and once you save the 10 lives, I think it will be worth it for you.
Very well.
But yes, I did hand the shard over to Sylph.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't
they will
react
hand-
to you in the same way, but continue.
They'll hand it back to Sophis as they found it. Then it might be, of use. But if
Add a
they do
character.
not want it, then
Oh,
they
she'll
will
grab
keep
it.
it on them.
Yeah, she'll
Okay.
put it in the bag. She'll hold on to it. Out of character, I know Mr. Amazing left us his character as an NPC in our place. Can we still use him to identify magic items or no?
Sure, you just have to travel 2.5 weeks back to Valenford.
Mr.
I thought
Amazing.
Soph could teleport us.
Oh, well, that as well. What were you saying, Damson?
I got a item made for Mr. Amazing that allows me to cast Identify.
Oh, nice.
It is first time is free with a ritual, the rest use spell slots. So I can identify it if you want real quick.
All right, she'll hand the shard.
Back to Damson.
Mm-hmm.
This shouldn't give time for us to see if we can find a trail. And for Grook over here to write down a list of where every other of these members of this little cult in this location were from.
Jesus.
Specifically Ron.
Okay.
If he knows where he came from.
Oh, where did he go? Can I do?
Okay.
That's like it's not like it's just general shit. Like
Okay, yeah.
Here.
Yeah. No.
But you're identifying the object?
Yes.
Okay. You identify this as Adamant Resolve, a plate of incredibly durable, magic-resistant armor that has to be forged in a location that has heat comparable to volcanic activities.
Okay.
I think in the oh, go ahead.
Go on. You said in the meantime?
In the meantime, first we can rest. We can go back to town to see if my helmet is been made, and then we can try to find our trail, or we could return back to the manor and start from there.
Well, it's only been like 3 hours since your commission, and he said it would take like 2-3 days.
Oh, sorry. I've been losing track of time.
Yeah.
Is that a thing that happens with elves?
Yes.
I've been sorry, you said you wish to speak to Ron. You don't know anybody who can do that. Well, there's a priestess in town.
No, you are useful.
Oui. But she believes in one of the false gods, so I would not be able to be in her presence, or she would murder me.
Oh, as long as you keep your mouth shut.
Well, how would you like to, be of service? If you do so, it will give you, and I do admit, what's that fancy word? Ambassador?
Amnesty?
Amnesty. Yes, you will get amnesty.
Right, but the problem with people that believe in false gods is they are incredibly zealot, and they do not care about your reasons or anything else.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. as long as you are with us and are proving useful to us, we will. The benefit of that is that we will also protect you against other
Oh.
zealots.
Perfect. Then you will murder all of the other believers of the false gods in order to protect me. That is fine then.
Only if they are unreasonable, like your other brethren.
Basically, if they start shit, then we knock them down. But if they don't start, like, having a discussion openly and saying, I don't believe yours, that's fine. But when it starts to, I'm going to get my sword out, then she's just going to put them in the ground. Like, I've seen her pick up people way taller than her and flung them in the air. I don't know how, because look at her.
She is a
Alright.
very big and strong woman.
I think I'm pretty tall and strong for my size. She's
How
like
tall are you, Reggie?
4'11".
4'11"?
But you're jacked as fuck. Like,
No,
your
my bad.
strength score.
5'1", my bad.
Oh,
5'1".
there's no
okay,
difference.
a little bit taller.
There is no, as someone who is over 6 feet tall, there's no difference between 4 foot nothing and 5 foot nothing.
I think it should stick to the 4'11", but you're just like, the elf height didn't go up; it went out towards your arms and legs to make you buff.
You got wider.
But yes, we can. Is the priestess in town you're speaking of Idola?
Oui, that's it, sir.
Oh,
And I am more than happy to have you all murder her when she tries to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Are you under a spell at all?
No.
detect magic.
Can-
Double check.
Yeah, they're not under any spells.
Oh, you actually just willingly choose to believe God.
Well, it is the one true God. Yes.
Can I actually ask you what made you believe in it? What got you into the indoctrinated?
Oh, I would love to sit down with you and go over the entire system and logics behind it for you if you would like.
Yes, I'm a person who does like to understand their foes if it comes to be.
Oh, well, we are not your foes. We are actually your allies. You see, you are, like us, immune to this disease. Because you are chosen by the gods. But
Oh, we're
yes,
actually
let's just
going
sit down
to
and talk
lead him.
about it. It is very, very important to share the doctrine of our gods. That is one of the rules of our god.
Okay, everyone get in a circle. I'm creating a circle and getting us out of here. Take stuff that you want to take. It's fine. Looking at you, Sylphus. It's
Before
fine.
we do that,
Go on.
I want to go to wolf form and sniff around for the trail that we talked about way back when.
Sure. DC 35 perception check.
Not 20.
Nice, thanks.
You can't crit on ability checks.
Oh.
Guidance, bless, buff. Oh,
Okay.
Yep, nothing. All right, we can go.
No. It's this is not the plot thread you were looking for. But yeah.
right. Where are you
We're going
taking
over
this?
to for the
Sil?
dish. Well, we will go to our manor because that's where another circle is. From there, we can go into town if need be or rest up.
Isn't
Were there-
the manor 2 weeks away?
Teleportation circle.
Can we come back instantly as well?
No, that's not how that works unless this place has a teleportation circle. Hey Ron, does this not? Why did I call you Ron? Sorry, Grok.
I am
Greek,
not wrong. Ron
sorry.
was a little bit of a standoffish asshole.
Fair enough. Is there a teleportation circle here by chance?
Not that I am aware of. I would bet on no.
Yeah. No, Sophis. We would have to walk back here.
So then let's hold off on that. Stay here for a couple of days, speak to the priestess, get my wolf helmet, and then we can go back to the manor.
Do you not know where we are at the moment? Where do you think we are? They're looking at you like use a medical if possible because they're now worried because they
We're
seem
right
to be.
outside the town, right?
No, we walked a couple of days.
Oh,
Yeah, we had to go to the sawmill. Remember?
oh, that's perfect. Then once we get to town, my helmet will be ready.
Actually.
Well, you know what? That is fantastic timing. Sure, let's do that then. Don't worry, Grok. We will feed you like actual good meals, and feed you wine as well. So don't worry.
Yes, Grok. I will take you as my squire for now and teach you the ways of the night.
Oh, I will not pick up a sword.
You don't have to use a sword.
Good. I will not wield a weapon.
You can use your arms.
I have my... Well, these are implanted teeth. Well, the actual fangs. When you put them in, they are very sharp and very good for biting.
Okay.
Okay,
Good
we
enough.
can remove those if you need us to.
No, he already took them out. They're weapons.
Hmm.
Okay.
All right. So, walking back to town, everybody?
Yes.
All right. Well, then, now that you guys are heading on back to town, let's go ahead and go on break real quick so I can prepare Idola and all of that other shit.
Yeah.
We're back. So, where last we left off, the party was just now leaving this old, forgotten lumberyard that had been makeshift into a vampire's lair full of non-vampires and one vampire. Now that you guys are leaving, I do have to ask you, are you planning on taking any of the heads with you? Because there is a priestess back in town. Speak with dead, the whole... Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we could take more than one hand.
Alright, which heads are you taking?
Ron's for sure.
Ron. Alright, you got Ron.
Were there any other of the...
The spawn completely disintegrate, or was there still pieces of them?
The spawn disintegrated. There's nothing left of him.
Okay. I guess we would ask him if there's any other important person in that group.
Well, there was the other two people from his territory. Kyle and Ben. Fucking hates their names.
Yeah, so I guess we could take those three.
What type of monster do you have to be to forsake your child to the name of Kyle? Alright, so chop, chop, chop. Let the blood drain out a lot, and then, I guess, tie them in a loop onto your bag. Or put them in your bag and let them bleed all over everything.
A little salt on them.
Yes, salt on the wounds. So, as you all are walking back, the night begins to settle in, and all of you begin to settle in as well. Finding a nice little spot for you to set up camp and to sit down with Grookey, to hear about his devotion, his belief, and everything that he is so incredibly, welcoming about. I mean, he has been tremendously helpful, almost kind, as he's been talking to all of you as equals to himself. What spills out of him is not bravery, nor even devotion, but exhaustion. The kind that hollows a person out from the inside until only the words remain. His story comes slowly at first, halting and uneven. But once it begins, it refuses to stop. The cult called themselves the Black Hand, though Grookey speaks the name with a kind of, belovedness of it, as if it belongs to him and his people. They believe the world has grown soft, that sin has crept into every corner of it, into cities, into kings, into ordinary homes where people believe themselves good simply because no one has yet tested them. To them, the plague is not a curse or a tragedy. It is judgment, proof that the god has begun separating the worthy from the weak. And so they help it along. They travel quietly, arriving in places already wounded by sickness or fear, places where people are desperate enough to believe strange things. They whisper that the plague is holy, that those who endure it are chosen, that those who break beneath it were meant to fall all along, and deserved it. In Woodwitch, they needed a mask. And the forest and rumors of the Celadon make it easy. Vampires are the sort of monsters people understand. Something lurking in the night, something with teeth and hunger and simple cruelty. Far easier to imagine than neighbors dragged into the woods by hands that believe themselves righteous. So they became the vampires people feared. Cloaks, blood, whispered threats in the dark. They let the town believe it was monsters stalking them. All the while, they were taking the young, the frightened, the ones who wandered too far from the lantern lights. The cult called it the selection. Those taken were brought into the ruins, bound, and watched as the sickness was forced upon them. Some were exposed to the infected, others were cut, their wounds pressed against the blackened flesh of the disease. Groki describes it in fragments, people pleading, others screaming prayers that the cult twisted into approval. Those who survived the first days were called enduring vessels, proof that that judgment had passed through them. Those who died were written down simply as unworthy, their deaths treated less like murder and more like an accounting error corrected. All of this brings back a memory of something you all have seen recently. Your time in Valenford. Your time with the wonderful, kind people that are just doing everything they can to help keep everyone safe. Your time with Mira, hopeful and helpful, but every person she delivered food to crazed and enduring through these hardy times. Your time with Howden, respectful, strong, sturdy, always trying to bring out the best in everyone. And your time with his youngest child. The young girl subjected to this horrible disease, tied into her room because of the way it makes her kill, or want to, everyone in her family. Hearing these stories that he's describing to you brings back exactly those faces in your mind. You can imagine these scenes with those people, the ones that welcomed you into their home, the ones that trust you to protect them, the ones most hurt by this. But Groki admits something else. Something that seems to trouble even him as the memory drags across his voice. The cult did not only test others, they tested themselves. Each of them took the sickness willingly. They carved their arms and pressed the infection into their own blood, believing that if the gods truly judged the world, then the faith would protect them. Only some of them endured longer to be able to spread the word, spread the disease. Some seemed to lose their minds more slowly, and some became things Groki cannot quite name, twisted under the plague, until even the cultists who loved them could not pretend they were still human. He shows you these wounds, these track marks of this plague and disease through his arm. He rejoiced that he was pure enough to allow it to persist in him. Him, a complacent carrier of it. But even under all of this that they were doing, the hand did not stop. The leaders called the monsters proof of impurity leaving the flesh. They called the deaths necessary offerings. And through it all, Groki stayed. Because leaving would mean admitting that this is something else other than God's will. To him, this is God. This is his one true calling. This is what is meant to happen. All of those people, like Halden's family, like the people of Valenford, everyone, to him, they deserve this. Because somehow, some way, he has convinced himself that they've sinned. And at the end of all of this, for just a moment, the world seems to hold its breath as he looks at all of you, wondering if any of you have been converted to this. Starting with Damson, describe what your face looks like as you've heard these monstrosities, these actions taking place.
Horrified that it's going this far, that this corruption and cult have done all these actions, that they're purposely causing harm to all these people.
And then Sylph.
Sylph is very neutral on it. Humans be humans. This isn't even the worst of it. This is just a fanatic. And they're going to come across more of this kind. So those who aren't used to it are going to need to, you know, adapt a little bit.
Flittish.
Flittish being in her wolf form, like, as the story goes, like her teeth are bared and she's like, her hackles are raised. She's like, there's a low rumbling growl low in her chest.
And then Sophis.
She didn't really understand the extent of what the cult was really doing. And she was, you know, sure of her fact that, hey, most people can be redeemed, especially if they're, you know, he's cordial, he's nice, he said he's willing to help, but there seems like she's notices that there's no remorse or any feeling of like, I guess what you would call humanity in what he's saying and in the way he says it. And she's like, in her mind, she's just coming to the conclusion that there's no really any way for this person to really make up for what he's done. And she feels like a really like white hot anger like overtaking her, that she thought if he hadn't said any of this, she might have let him go, you know, just after, you know, just because he was, you know, surrendering to her.
And Sophis stands up, struggling to do so under the pressure of the promise she gave him. It still hangs in the air above you, like a commanding presence, a word. Safety in exchange for truth. And yet, the truth he has given is filled with the memory of children, of people, innocent, young, elderly, sick, dragged into darkness, of faith twisted into cruelty, of a sickness spread by hands that believe themselves holy. The promise remains, but so does the weight of what he has done. And Sophis, for the first time, the line between mercy and justice feels incredibly thin to you. As you walk over towards him and he looks up at you. I know, and all of you are chosen just like me. You all are just as pure and accepted by God as I. Before the last word can even come out, you all see Sophis raising their weapon into the air as a look of guilt and horror filters through Grookey's eyes. And in one fell swoop, a blade cuts right through his mouth, through his tongue so that none of these words can ever be uttered again.
Just kind of sitting there, just wasn't expecting Sophis to just cut off his head.
Yeah, Sophis is kind of like, her face is panting. You can see she's like shaking, and probably like a tear going down her eye. And, you know, she's just shaking, even though the sword is still in his flesh, and she has like, her face is basically like be pale and sweating. And she's like muttering to herself.
Well, first things first. Prestidigitation to clean up the blood.
Mm.
And send her off to her room and taken her to make sure she's okay.
We are in the middle of the forest. You didn't get back to town yet. This is that evening.
Okay. Way better. Okay. Won't clean up the blood then. The forest is welcome to it.
Yeah.
Looks too flittish, like, unless you think the blood is too tainted for it.
No, the forest will take care of it.
Okay. We'll probably set up a tent then, if we have to like stay for the night. If we'll have to create an illusional small room real quick so she can have some privacy if she wants it. And
Go ahead. Sophis is, if you're listening to what she's saying, she's muttering to herself that it can't be fixed. And, you know, she's at one point she stops muttering, and then you see that she swings. She takes the blade out, and then starts hacking away at the rest of them. Almost trying to like basically erase that he ever existed.
Share some for the rest of the forest. But are you going to be, well, just seeing like the cuts, then, you know, are you like still very, very angry?
Yeah, she's swinging, and you can see she's swinging basically kind of in a rage, trying to make like basically as if basically trying to make him disappear, but obviously she's cutting him. So think of it like he's slowly just becoming like red mist.
Okay. Then we'll just wait then until you have, you know, got out of your system. Clearly this is like one of those outburst moments that is clearly needed.
How long do you think it would take, Joey? 10 minutes? 15, 20?
I think your rage lasts 10 minutes, yeah?
Alright. So she's done that, like after 10 minutes of her just hacking away at his body, whatever's left of it, you know, it just looks like a mess. You see that she just drops her weapon like to the ground, and she just collapses in like a look of exhaustion. And she has like a blank stare as she's looking at everyone else. And she sees she tries to like she's trying to utter something, but then she stops, and she kind of looks down and kind of like shame.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Oh, you. Okay.
Yeah, power flickered.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
So,
But this.
you all see Sophis standing there with a look of shame after 10 minutes of hacking and destroying this body.
I put like a hand on Sophis' shoulder. Are you all
You
right?
can feel her. You can feel her kind of like shaking.
I
think
hand Sophis a wineskin.
She'll grab it and like basically try to drink the whole skin at once.
And I'll just kind of start moving Sophis away from the red pile on the ground.
She kind of like whispers, "It had to be done."
I did not know the extent of their cult.
And she kind of like in like a sad but almost feeling like you could feel like she has like a look of like disbelief, but in my long time of being alive, I've never encountered something, at least the disparity between the words coming out of its mouth and the lack of feeling, or I don't know, it just it did not seem like a person anymore, as it explained what it had done, what it wants to do. I just felt it couldn't be fixed. Something like that just couldn't. I couldn't keep the promise.
You made a call. I had similar thoughts, but I had said, or that we had said that 10 lives be saved, but honestly, I think for him, saving them would have been turning them.
She kind of like she laughs, and like there's like still some like some tears going down. She's like, I've tried to live my life through this, my ideal of what to be a knightly person, as I had thought I had learned from Sylph. And when I first came here and met and saw that Sylph had changed so much, I didn't understand. But I feel like a fool.
No. A fool is someone who can see what is going on around them and chooses not to act. You're not a fool. And you did your best to uphold your ideals, and you were tested here. And the answer to that test was, in your case, well, that. And I remember when you came, you said that you couldn't understand how Sylph had changed so much, and, well, you yourself have started to change. That does not mean it is for the worse. It just means that you're evolving. What you evolve into is up to you still. Do you still wish to hold those ideals close to you? Or do you try to hold as many as you can while realizing what's going on? And there's no wrong answer. I change, Flittish changes, Sylph changes, everyone changes as they live.
I have been stagnant.
Some people would say stagnation is a bad thing. It is not always. I think in your case, it's you accomplished your tasks and you remain to your ideals. But going to this new realm of where you are now, those ideas just didn't hold the same sway, so you're being challenged. And you're adapting. And I mean, I've seen you grow stronger already. We all have. Like, when we started out, I didn't realize Sylph was Sylph. When we started out, we had other people with us. They chose that our first companion, a tiefling, chose to stay in one of the first villages we came across as an apprentice blacksmith. Finding that after the first big fight we had against gosh, what were they called? Smelly lizards. I forget their exact name. Chose to stay behind and start life there.
Troglodytes.
Thank you, Sylph. Troglodytes. Others, we had another companion who chose to stay and help rebuild a temple to his order that he found. And doesn't mean that the choice they made was a wrong one. They followed the path that they found. So, here's a question for you, Sophus. Do you feel that, like yourself, do you still feel that you're still trying to make the world a better place?
Yes, she gives like a weak answer. And you see that she's looking at her arm. It's kind of like shaking. Some of it, some of the blood splatter has gone all over her hands and everything. And she's looking at the bite mark of Vlad the Inhaler. Joy, is there any changes to that?
Well, it does seem to be healing very quickly. And the wound itself, the puncture marks are still there, but all of the tension around the wound seems to be disappearing.
She laughs. She kind of like, you see she's like flexing her hand and her arm. I think shouldn't it be fitting that this fool should be cursed? And for breaking her promise. And she turns to look at what's left of Grog.
Not very much left in one place. He's currently over there and over there and over there.
What was it that was said? If I take a life,
Save a life. Every life you take, you should try to save another.
Mm.
That every life you take should be in service to protect another.
Indeed.
Do you feel that what you just did protected another life?
I always try to see that there's potential in others to right what they've done, but I don't know if I just felt like it wouldn't be enough no matter what it did. It just couldn't be fixed, the stain that's brought upon this world. And I feel bitter, bile stuck in my chest. I've never felt this way.
It is something that must be processed. It already seems that as that you were hearing their story, and I was quite horrified at what was going on, you stopped seeing them as a person. And I think that's what led you to part of the actions. For even now, you're referring to them as an it. You didn't see them as a person, you saw them more as, well, a monster.
I suppose. But even monsters can have reason, no?
Some can be reasoned with, yes. And those who we can reason with, we will reason with. Diplomacy, at least in my opinion, should be attempted when possible. Of course, there are places, where diplomacy is not an option. And we have come across those scenarios. I'm sure Flittish and Sylph can both agree that sometimes the answer is violence.
I would understand if the rest of you would feel right to judge me.
I mean, you took an action that I myself would not, as I've come to align more of the values of make a promise, keep a promise. Honestly, I was thinking of doing the same thing, but well, given my time with Sylph, it's word is bond.
I would
You?
have torn his throat out. You beat me to it.
That's
Okay.
so.
You're more aligned with nature then, than given, Flittish's both her nature, demeanor, and who she is.
Sophie
Just
gives like a big sigh. Go ahead.
we're here for you. And we'll help with whatever comes next, given what's potentially happening to you.
I'm cursed now. Am I?
Nah. Not all curses are curses. I mean, if you think about it in certain ways. It is a, quote, curse, unquote. The question is, are you going to let it control you? Or are you going to be the strong person I know you are and not let it define you?
She'll look up to Damson. Of course. I will not let it control me. She says grimly.
She softly smiles.
Mhm.
Good. And we're here to help you with whatever comes forward with it.
And Sophis kind of like looks up at the sky. Can we see the stars, Joey?
Oh, absolutely. Clear night.
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in months.
She's just looking at the stars and she says, I feel hollow. I can't. They look so distant now. And she sees that she tries to do like a little, like the meager light magic that she knows. And it kind of like, she tries and it flickers and fades. I think I've lost something. A part of me.
I know that feeling. I mean, I did wake up with amnesia after all. So I lost most of who I am.
But you rebuilt yourself.
Rebuilding. I would not say that I will ever be who I was before the amnesia. Or I hope to someday be better. Learned from travels, companions, experiences. And I still do wish to recall all that I've lost, but I don't wish to forget what I have made. As, well, an experience makes the person. But we'll help you find, if we can, what has been lost, or help you grow from what is now there. Just know that if you do start to nibble on my neck without permission, I will bap you across the forehead.
I did have quite an appetite before this. Wonder if that will change.
No idea. And I don't even know if where the role to be super. Yes. To be honest, I don't even know what processes you'll be going through. There's only stories, and that's stories. While some are true, some are false, some are more fact than fiction, and some are more fiction than fact. Like the whole garlic thing of like, oh yeah, vampires hate garlic. Apparently not. Heck, you might not even become a full vampire. I mean, who knows? You are very strong of mind and body. Just like how there are some people who are, resistant to the disease in Narond. Maybe you have an affinity to be resistant to vampirism. I mean, how would you know?
You're right. Perhaps. Is there a did we make like a little fire or something like that in the forest? Campfire?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll go and sit like next to the campfire near like Sylph and Fliddish. And she'll look at Sylph in his eyes, kind of pondering what he's thinking.
Let's move over there. Sylph, Fliddish, what are the two of you doing, thinking?
Fliddish is trying her best to be tactful. It is not her strong suit, but Sophus smells wrong now. And she's having some trouble reconciling the difference in scent. Which is why she suggested maybe a bath.
Contemplating, because this is their friend and they don't like vampires at all because of their relationship with such. So someone they know has been turned, so it's like, do I take them down because they're no longer whom they are? Do they just leave them be? They're unsure, as they've not really been much in this predicament before.
So, as the party seems to be sharing the same campsite, but on opposite sides of it right now, all of you are beginning to feel a little emotional and physical fatigue from the day. Except, of course, you, Sophus. You feel wide awake. Your mouth is kind of watering, too.
She's staring intently into the fire, kind of like hovering her hands over it. Back and forth. And she'll look around for the wineskin,
Alright.
and she'll pick it up to drain what's left of it.
Tastes like wine.
From what I know, Joey, can vampires drink wine?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
They don't have a need to drink. It doesn't make them intoxicated or anything, but they can.
Okay. I was wondering, it was one of the things, like, no, you can only consume blood. It's not wine, it's actually blood.
No, I mean, that's what vampire lords do, but, you know, you have to blend in somehow. Do you know how weird it is when you're sitting in a tavern not eating and not drinking?
Fair.
But one by one, it's sleepy time. Are we taking any watches, or is anybody doing a forced march to exhaust themselves and stay awake?
No, probably have to rest as I need my spell slots back.
I think
Oh, you
in
only
this
need a
case,
short rest. But yeah.
I don't think they have the short rest as of yet because they've been on edged with the vampire, so they're not really laying their guard down.
Gotcha. So you will rest. All right. What were you saying, Sophis?
that because she feels this renewed sense of energy, I feel like she wouldn't sleep. She'd probably just, watch the fire turn to embers before she even realizes like how much time has passed.
I'll do a watch.
Okay. Damson, you stay up for a few good hours while the others are out of character. Watches the mouth-watering buffet asleep around her. Look at the diversity that we have here today.
It's a smorgasbord.
Yeah,
Look.
all you can eat.
Look, I'm just imagining Damson's blood would be like the super spicy, like, oh, too hot, too hot, too hot.
So, as you are watching Damson, you see Sophis playing over top of the fire, awake the entire time. Sophis, roll me a perception check.
Okay. $22.
We love 22. You are set to whisper roll, by the way, just as a heads up.
Oh, I don't know why.
Me neither. So, as you are sitting there during the first watch, you hear the sounds of critters not too far off in the distance around you. You begin to hear the sounds of something beeping, something pounding out there. kind of draws your attention in. You find yourself losing a little bit of your consciousness for a moment. Damson, you watch as Sophus begins staring off at something unseen by you before lunging out over at it and quickly devouring it.
What did she devour?
You find your way over, and it would appear that it's a fox prowling around at nighttime.
Hmm.
Sophus, you come to, and you are drinking the most absolutely delicious tasting beverage of your life. Nothing has remotely compared to this. And then you look down and realize you're drinking a fox.
She would drop it immediately and look at it and then look around.
Sorry.
And then sort of she laughs or chuckles to herself. And I guess she would look back at Damson. And she would say, "How do I look?"
Honestly, the fangs haven't come in yet. It's a bit messy.
Bit messy. Kind of just looks like you tore into some very rare steak. Extra bloody. But she says, kind of like looking at like the fox, and that it appears you can at least eat animals.
Hmm.
So
Not
you
much
could-
of a change.
True. So you could make a vow to yourself that if you feel the urge, you'll go for an animal, not for people.
Bitch, I eat people.
Be better. Beat the allegations.
I don't even remember feeling an urge. I just heard something.
Mm.
A pounding. I'm guessing it's gone, right? The pounding?
Oh, yeah. What you heard, you can now realize, was the heartbeat of the
Mhm.
animal.
A pounding. And she looks down at the fox and it's gone now.
To be fair, I mean,
You see that she like heads directly to like where her backpack is, and she'll like take out some rope and she'll say, "Tie me up if
Like one of your friends.
for the safety of the others."
or how about you just let my spell affect you?
We could give that a try. I just don't feel tired at all. She's looking around in the darkness.
Are you immune to charm?
Well, let's look at the new class stats, shall we? It is Dampier. D-A-M...
Yep.
D-A-M-P-I-R?
D-H.
D-H.
Yeah.
It's not in the compendium right now. Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Hold up. 1 second.
What book was it in again?
Asterian's Book of Hungers.
God damn it, Asterian.
Aww.
I guess it's gonna be in the new Ravenloft book, so you don't have to have that one anymore.
I'm not seeing an immunity to charm here.
Yeah, me either. I see dark vision, spider climb, resistance to necrotic, which is pretty cool.
I don't see Asterian's Book of Horrors in the compendium.
Book of Hungers. It's in. I think it's only on
Beyond.
Beyond right now.
Well, fuck them. That's a horrible site. Yeah, then we're gonna have to wait to have the actual stats. For the time being, you're just getting used to it. Just roleplay as a vampire for now.
Okay.
So, gonna look towards Sophus. Any vampiric urges you feel will not be directed towards the party or other humanoids.
You can't add in stipulations of or.
Will not be directed towards the party and other humanoids.
You can't change the word and expect it to work the same way, bro. We're not fucking coding here. You have to choose one.
Yeah, because I was just like going off the description of it's a course of action limited to a sentence or two.
Oh, that'll only last 8 hours, and you have to concentrate the entire time.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought you were doing
Geese?
Gias.
I don't have that action yet.
Okay. My bad.
Is there any suggestion?
Yeah, suggestion you can do that 100%, but it'll concentrate for 8 hours.
Yeah, it's more of testing to see if it works. Testing to see if this works. It's not a permanent solution, as I'd have to concentrate on it, but perhaps... You know, this is a bad comparison, and I apologize ahead of time. You know how you can train, like, a person or an animal to act a certain way?
Mm-hmm.
I am wondering if with the suggestion of making it so that any hunger you feel is not directed towards, people, if eventually, once that spell wears off with enough time, you won't feel that hunger towards people, only towards animals.
I don't know.
We're in uncharted territory. But, yes, I will do that towards Sophus, if they're willing to be put under that effect willingly.
Can I intentionally fail the roll, or do I stop the roll?
No, you can intentionally fail a roll.
Okay. All right. She'll let the magic go over.
Do you feel any different with that over you?
Do I?
Not particularly. I mean, you're kind of full right now.
Identify doesn't work on people, does it?
No.
No.
No, it's an object, I believe it says in the spell.
Yeah. Or spells, if any, that are affecting it. Which would be suggestion.
Yeah, you would identify that. Yeah. Curses are not spells.
Well, what I would like for you to start doing, Sophus, is, I guess, keep a food journal. So you can kind of we can start figuring out how often you need to consume. So we can kind of preempt any urges you have.
Okay.
But let's take the fox back, and we'll treat it properly, skin it, and carve up the meat.
Sure. fox, Stringy.
Well, yeah, I guess, did anyone else wake up? Or it was just me and Damson, right?
Just you two. I mean, Sylph doesn't technically sleep still, right?
Correct.
So they're aware of their surroundings.
Okay. We'll cook some dry fox jerky. What's left of it?
hmm Go ahead, roll me a cooking supply check, either one of you. If neither of you are proficient, wisdom.
I'll assist Sophis on the wisdom check.
Okay.
Are you proficient in wisdom checks?
No.
You're not assisting. Have you ever tried doing car work with somebody who doesn't know anything about any tools? They're not helping.
Could I do survival?
Sure.
Oh,
That I am proficient in.
Sure. Go ahead, guys. Yeah. There you go. You made a wonderful meal. And in the morning, when everyone wakes up, you all look over at Sophis, who's still frying up some fresh fox in the morning. And you see the pelt of the fox currently tanning over the fire as well.
Good morning, Foodish. Good morning, Sylph. I do see that Sylph said they'd be right back.
Yes.
How did you sleep, Foodish?
Like a rock.
Fair, fair. We, Sophis hunted this fox, so we're preparing that for breakfast.
Woo,
Probably
fox.
using like wines and like other things to like rehydrate the meat. So it's like basting in wine or whatnot. Uh, it does appear that Sophis did have a bit of an urge last night and went for a fox. So we know at least that they can consume the blood of animals.
yeah.
And I tested it, and it does appear that I can use suggestion on them. So, if need be, I can help rein them in. I'm kind of hoping that if used enough times, it will help temper any urges, even without it. But yes. Other than that, the night was uneventful. Let me hit that long rest.
Yeah, you can see that kind of like like almost like it hadn't crossed her mind yet. She still hasn't like, cleaned up her mouth or anything, so there's still like blood and stuff all over it. It looks dry now.
Hand Sophis a wet rag. You should clean your mouth.
Ah, how messy of me. She'll wipe her mouth and then over her hands, which also were bloody. I suppose she'd also grab her weapon and start wiping it down. And she'll look at what's left of Grok or whatever his name is, and turn around and sit back down.
Actually, I was just thinking, if suggestion works, wouldn't a fake contract as well?
She shrugs.
So
We don't know. We don't know if it worked.
I can tell you on behalf of Sylph, who's not here right now, fake contracts don't force you to do anything, ever. They never, ever take away someone's free will or choice. That would go against the nature of chaos. What it does is punish you for, well, making a different choice. All they are consequences for not fulfilling it. They don't change or shape you in any way or form. Devil contracts do that. Devil contracts stop you from breaking the contract, stop you from going against it. Very different.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Also, if you do somehow go against it or break it, your soul is damned to the 9 hells for all of eternity.
Do I even have a soul anymore?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You still have a fucking soul.
I was wondering.
The
Yeah.
devil is rehab. That's like the plot of an anime right there. Like you make a deal with the devil, and it's just to get over like bad habits. The punishment is a financial drain on your bank account. But yes, we should start heading back towards the city to speak to Adola and to see if she can help us with talking to the heads that we got. And as we need to find out where the others went.
Back on plot. Let's go. As you all continue journeying back to town, you make it there, and you do notice that Sophis does not seem to grow hungry again at all today. Marvelous, isn't it?
Hmm?
However, upon reaching Idola's church, you knock on the door a few times, and she opens it up, looking at you all. Yes, everyone, long rest.
Quick question. I did have the reduced health thing. Does that go away with long rest, or does that needs magic?
The first day of long rest removes your health won't regenerate, so you're still missing it. The second day, you regenerate.
Oh, okay. All right.
If you had to continue fighting back to back, it really stacks up. It's why vampires and things like that are so dangerous.
Okay.
Consecutive battles. So, as you all are staring at Idola, she looks at you. Is there something I can help you with at this hour?
Yes. We need to speak with some dead. I was wondering if you'd be able to help us with a spell as such.
Well,
to help
go on.
To help find the missing townsfolk.
Well, I would be capable of helping you with this. I have to ask, were these people who are dead, did you bring their bodies here? Where are they?
We have 3 heads with us.
And are these people newly dead?
Yes.
Did you murder them?
In self-defense.
Persuasion roll. You are not lying. You will not be accused of lying here, but persuasion roll.
Can I assist?
Well, what are you saying?
Just say these were part of the Black Hand cult,
Oh, was
taking the
that?
people from town.
Go ahead, roll again, Damson.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Well, fuck them. That is all you had to say. Come on. Did you kill all of them?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Then you are still serving God. And she allows you inside. Now you understand why you know she would kill them instantly. No hesitation. They are dead now. As the days went by, it will be noticed that surface highs have taken on the sunken. As you all step into the church, you were invited. Don't worry about that yet. As you all step into the church, you see that there's a handful of individuals who are sleeping here at night, resting and calling this place their homes during all of the missing people happening. Now, as you all see this, you are brought over to a side chamber where she has you firstly all sit down and then pulls out a large cloth that she stacks up many different times. Please try to make sure you do not bleed on anything when you are here. Getting it out of these rugs is horrible. We do not allow the use of arcane casting inside of this church.
Couldn't you just take the rugs outside then do it so it's not cast inside the church?
Why the fuck are you trying to manipulate my rules with my church?
Just
You must be
like,
one of those damned arcane casters. Loopholes on everything. I choose no hole.
Fair enough.
Damn arcane casters. But yes. You pull out the heads, which luckily have been draining for 2 days, so they're pretty well drained. And she looks at them. I do not believe these people are, no on these.
No.
Well, the way that this is going to work is I'm going to commit to a spell. They will see me as, well, how they perceived me, if any of them knew me at all. As such, they will know only what they knew in life. Okay?
Understood.
Upon me casting the spell, the first... What is this? The first 5 questions uttered within its presence is what it will answer. So do not waste any of the fucking questions on random, what do you think it means? It will answer. Okay?
I assume that also means that do not ask a question to another member in this room for it will answer, correct?
That is correct. Any questions muttered in his presence?
Should we make a list?
Well, sure, yes, if you would like to do that first. And I will only be able to do 2 of these in a day.
So, what should we ask? Where were the people taken?
Where the last drop-off took place, yes.
The drop off? I mean, I guess he might not know where they were taken.
Correct.
And where was the last drop off of people?
Uh-huh.
How to contact the other group if he knows, which he might not, given that we were told that the
Sorry, I will remind you, you do not have Vlad's head, and it was very clear
Yeah.
he was the one who knew all of the information pertaining to not the current situation. Just as a reminder, you guys asked the same 3 questions like 3 times each.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, Robbie might know there's something.
Okay, sure.
No.
Your question.
He had the shard.
Yeah, go for it.
Where did you find?
I am back.
Welcome
back.
back. You all are handing over the heads for Speak with Dead. She can only do 2 of the 3 heads a day. And she outlined, do not ask any questions in their presence. It will be answered. And you only have 5 questions.
Okay.
And they-
okay.
And as the DM, I have expressed to you guys, it was made very fucking clear to you that there was a pecking order. Vlad knew all of the information pertaining to where the meetups were, when they were kidnapping, all of that shit.
Yeah.
Nobody else did.
We don't have Vlad because he turned to dust.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What
Good
about
security precaution.
would
Okay.
asking him who was the other person that they were like the other group was be something you can answer?
I don't think so, because Vlad had that information. I mean, I
okay.
think we could get away with asking where the last drop-off took place was, because I
Yeah, I think Rock said Robbie knew that.
another one would be like
Ronnie.
where did they find that shard of metal that they had?
Mm-hmm. Oh, we could ask about the cult itself, right? Because he knew more about the cult.
Ooh, how did you join the cult?
Yeah.
So that if we want to like infiltrate in the future, depending on where the plot takes. Sylph, any questions on your mind that you can think of? Same with you, Flippish?
Not really, being that majority of the questions he can't answer because he won't know.
Well, he might. Ronnie. Well, at least I don't know. Maybe Rock was lying, but he said Ronnie knew more than the others.
Well, the logic is that the others are peons. Why would you tell a peon anything?
Bragging?
This is why you're stupid.
Or we could say, what did you use the shard of metal for? Because he was using it somehow. He would look at it.
Well, yeah, you could ask her what the metal is for, but was it not like the signature of that religion?
We actually don't know if what the writing was, right? We didn't identify that.
We did not look at the sigils on that piece of metal, which I need to do, honestly.
Okay.
You were dealing with Sophis. It's
Yeah,
Mhm.
we got sidelined. Didn't they say they were also looking for an object that crashed
that's
somewhere near
true.
here? What object were they looking for?
Yeah. What were you looking for? Yeah. That's 4, right?
Yeah.
So one more. We could say what was of what importance or like what use was the shard of metal to you?
Could.
Just, or I guess they wouldn't know.
I mean, it was his.
Yeah. Or why did you work with Vlad?
No, because I have a feeling they're going to give that same answer. I think we should ask. Did they try to infect the town yet?
We he gave us the packing order.
Okay, so bad question.
Okay, so the questions that you guys need to really look for is what is it you actually looking for? You can't ask, does he know any more information on the roles that he does not have because he does not have the information. So we have to go for what he may know.
Mm-hmm.
So we
have
go
4.
with the first question, which will open up other questions for us to work with, is how did he come across the item, right? There's no point asking about locations of other clan members as of yet because we don't know what he does or does not know. But what we can assume that he does not know is other locations or whereabouts of other clans because he was a peon.
So yeah, so I guess what ask what he used the shard for.
Yes, so ask what he uses the shards for. Ask if he knows any other alliances that to do work with the group or who he's worked with, because whoever's he's worked with this kind of artifact or item, along with showing the necklace, would mean that they're working with some old stuff.
We only have 5 questions. So.
Yeah.
Well, she can cast it twice, but I guess
Other
you'd want to
person.
ask. We would have to ask another of the heads.
Yes, after I ask the questions to one individual, I will not be able to speak to them again for 10 days. It is the nature of the spell.
Oh. Okay.
But if you leave the heads, I can talk to them in 10 days.
We can ask some of the other heads what the alliance thing. I would say what did they use the shard for? What did you use the shard for?
What they use it for, where they found it, what they were looking for in the region.
Where was the last drop?
Where was the last drop off?
Damson, can you put dash enter? Thank you. That's enough. So these 5 questions. Everyone, I would like your confirmation verbally.
Yeah, I'm good with those questions.
The
Looks
5th one
good.
is kind of a group of questions, no?
The second half of the question, because the shard one is the second question.
Ask if they know of any alliances with the group or him. Okay.
Well,
if this group has any alliances. That's what you're asking? Yeah. Since the shard people came from outside the territory.
Okay.
All right, we like these?
We like them.
We good?
Sylph?
Yeah, I'm good.
You all
Sorry,
good?
I had to vape.
No. Oh.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Well then, so I can prepare to make these some badass answers from a cryptic head for all of you. That's what we got this week. Congratulations, Sophis, you're a vampire, and congratulations, party, you level up!
Oh shit!
Finally! But players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.